turnover bug.
Coach mentioned post defense is going to be absolutely huge in this game because you're playing against two bigs that can create a lot of problems for you, but Ike is a guy who just feasts in the paint right
tremendous footwork in the post, and you know, we're going to have to use some of those big guys as they sub in and guard that, and we're going to have Bean's an excellent post defender. He gets position early, does his work early, so we'll be watching that throughout the game.
All right, final break coming up. Before we do that, let's pause 10 seconds for local stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Aggie Basketball from Learfield.
6'5" senior from Mattoon, Illinois, Drake Jeffries.
Aggie Basketball from Learfield. Fortunately, Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. It's a good thing, too, because having a home is hard work. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you can save. Geico.com, easy. Greetings from the Spectrum here in Logan, Utah. It's Utah State and Wyoming. It's good to see that school's back in session because the student section is packed tonight.
Oh, unbelievable turnout, and they're loud and they're proud.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is going to be a fun one, and this is going to be one that Utah State needs to play well in against a Wyoming team that's off to a really good start to the season. But the Aggies will start Stephen Ashworth tonight in place of R.J. Eilerock. As Coach Odom mentioned in our pregame conversation, that R.J. Eilerock is out with COVID protocol, so he is unavailable for tonight. Your starting lineup for the Aggies: Sean Bairstow, Stephen Ashworth, Rylan Jones, Brandon Horvath, and Justin Bean. On the Wyoming side, number 0, Drake Jeffries gets the start, the 6'5", 185-pound senior. Hunter Maldonado, number 24, averaging 17 points a game. Xavier Dussel gets another start. He's averaging 12 points and 3 rebounds per game. Jeremiah Oden, also another start, averaging 9 points and 5 rebounds per game. And Graham Ike, spelled like Ike, but it's Ike. I-K-E, it's Ike.
Ike, let's go in Japanese. That's what that means. That's how I always remember it.
Is it really?
That
Ike?
guy's got some go. Yeah, Ike means let's go. And
well,
he has some go.
He does have some go. He's a guy that really didn't play much for Wyoming last year as a freshman until about January, and then they kind of let the reins loose on him, and then he's really taken off, and he will come to the midcourt stripe up against Brandon Horvath for your opening tip-off. It's the Aggies and the Cowboys, and we are underway, and the ball controlled by Utah State. I don't think Brandon Horvath lost a tip-off this year.
He's practiced that. I'm telling you, his timing's perfection.
Ashworth to Horvath, then to Rylan Jones. Jones driving into the lane, pump fake, spins right, takes the layup, and can't get it to go. as Rylan Jones attempting a layup. Remember, he did not attempt a shot till late in the second half against Colorado State coming off that injury. Good look, just couldn't get it to fall. Ducell gets it to Ike. Ike working against Horvath. Lost the handle, tipped and finally controlled. Knocked out of his hands. Rylan Jones away with it. Hands over to Justin Bean. Beans walks into a three. Leaves it a little too long, and the rebound ripped down by Ike. And man, that guy can have some ball handling skills too as he motors down the court.
Yeah, kind of backs you down from 75 feet.
Ike into lane. His shot from about 2 feet out can't go. And Utah State quickly going the other way. No score, 1 minute into the game. Stephen Ashworth getting his second start. Swings it over to Bairstow for three. That is long and tipped around, and Ike now has his second rebound of the game.
Well, we're not bashful today, are we? We're not.
Nope.
We're not doing the 4-pass rule today. My team's on the court.
Somewhere Gene Hackman is not happy.
Throwing his paperwork.
Maldonado working into the left low block. Spins against Bean. Double team. Kicks it back up. Rotates to Jeffries. Jeffries for three, and that nestles home. And Wyoming's got the first points of the game. Jeffries, good three-point shooter, averaging 48% from beyond the three-point line. 39 of 81.
Maldonado posting up is an interesting. I guess he feels he's got a mismatch.
Horvath will take the three. That is short. Tipped out by Justin Bean. Controlled by Horvath. Back to Bean. Now to Ashworth. Ashworth, then to Horvath. Horvath on the left wing. Cross court to Bairstow. Bairstow, hesitation dribble, then finally muscles his way. Spins right. Takes the shot off the glass and kisses it home.
Wow, that's a tremendous post move. He's so good with his back to the basket. Crafty with his footwork as well.
Maldonado kicks it left to number 25, Odin. Odin looking for Ducell, gets it to him, then back to Odin, rotate right to Maldonado, looking for Ike in the right low block. Ike, tremendous post player up against Horvath, gets good positioning, spins around, reverse layup, won't go. Good job by Horvath, able to collapse at last second. Bean with the rebound to Rylan Jones, back to Horvath, has a lane, attacks, and fouled at the rim. Good job by Brandon Horvath on the drive. Couldn't get the shot to go, but he does draw the foul, and he will have a couple of free throws coming up.
Coach, I wonder if we go to the locker room and we look at the whiteboard and it doesn't say be aggressive.
Yeah.
Because they've come out and been super aggressive. Hasn't always been successful, but they are being aggressive.
Aggies only 1 of 5 shooting to start the game. Wyoming 1 of 3, but Horvath, who's had some struggles as of late from the free throw line, has seen his percentage drop to 59%. Now misses the first free throw, has one more coming up.
Yeah, very out of character. I mean, what we saw in the preseason and what we see with his three-point shooting, he should, he'll get this back. Just knocking this one down.
Second free throw, and he misses both. And the struggles continue from the line. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Wyoming off the rebound attempt.
Well, here we go, a little full court pressure, man-to-man.
Saw this a little bit against Colorado State. Inbound to Ducell. Ashworth right on his back pocket. And he will hound Ducell as he comes down the court. Ashworth still up in the side of Ducell, who finally gets it to Maldonado, then works to the left side of the court. Looking for Jeffries. Jeffries thought about the three, and the ball on his entry pass down in the post, blocked away. Good, quick jump on Jeffries, forced him a bad pass. Now here comes Justin Bean back to Horvath. Horvath driving in the lane again, attacks, can't finish at the rim. Two good opportunities at the rim, and Horvath just can't get it to go. He struggled sometimes finishing on those drives, getting good positioning, just can't get it to go. Swing a cross-court pass. Jeffries wide open from the baseline. It is up and it is good. You cannot let him wide open like that. He will knock it down, and Wyoming out to an early 6-2 lead.
Well, Coach mentioned that. That's that one-handed skip pass that they're so good at, and it's the open man because we're in help defense.
Another three by Bairstow. That is short and no good. And Utah State struggling from the three-point line ever since that Air Force game when they went 1 of 19. 6-2, Wyoming with a 4-point lead. Maldonado trying to put a shoulder into Bairstow. Bairstow knocks the ball out of his hands momentarily. Maldonado's got to come back and get it. So then they rotate left. Jeffries now against Rylan Jones. Wants to drive. Kicks it right. Wide open three. Another three is missed, though, as Odin couldn't get it to go. Rylan Jones puts his foot on the glass. Lost the handle. Kicks it over to Ashworth. Ashworth then back to Bairstow. Bairstow picks up his dribble. Has to bounce pass it over to Rylan Jones. Aggies down 6-2. Bairstow outside the three-point line. Wyoming said, we'll give you that shot. Instead, he gives it to Bean. Bean, turnaround baseline jumper from 10 feet out, knocks it down.
Automatic.
Yep.
I mean, we missed one in the Colorado State game. I yelled automatic at the TV.
Yep. And I think at the time I said he's going to make about 8 out of 10 of those.
Yeah.
Pass down to EK in the post. EK, wow,
Gotta double
muscling
it.
down low and
it.
left hand pushes it up and in. That is just strength.
Wow. Yeah, he's got a back to the basket player. I mean, he's really good.
You don't see a lot of that kind of play anymore, but man, he have that. Justin Bean to Rylan Jones. Rylan gets to the wing. Rylan driving. Hand off to Ashworth. Ashworth cut off on the base. Back to Rylan. Good look for three. It's no good. And the Aggies struggling from the three-point line now 0 of 5 to start this game, and down in this one 8-4 with 15 minutes left in the first half. We'll have a timeout on the next dead ball. Maldonado gets it to EK. EK against Horvath.
You got to bring somebody.
And here we go. And Aggies do not double team. The shot goes awry, though, and EK can't get it to go, and Horvath comes away with it.
Great rebound, too. We can't give him second chances.
Yep. Here comes Horvath at the elbow. Hands over to Rylan Jones. Jones pump fake the three, then passes out of it. Gives it to Bairstow. Back to Horvath. Horvath will take the three, and off the back of the iron, missed it. Aggies 0 for 6 from 3 here in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, watching at home, this is usually about the time I tweet, let's drive the basketball one time. Let's get it to the rim. Let's play downhill.
Maldonado works to the left side, looking for Odom, who's spinning. Instead, they get it to Ducell. Ducell on the left wing. Back to Maldonado. Steps into a three. Hits it. And just like that, Wyoming out to a 7-point lead. Their largest of the game of 7. 11-4 with 14:15 left here in the first half.
The Aggies have done a great job adjusting after this when they start to drive the basketball. Let's see if they get something to the hoop.
Horvath to Bairstow. Bairstow will step into another long three. That is no good.
Wow.
And the threes just won't go. Aggies 0 of 7 from beyond the three-point line. Shooting 18% overall, 2 of 11 from the field. And Wyoming leads by 7, 11-4. Maldonado has the ball nearly knocked out of his hands. Gives it up top to Jeffries. Then works it right to Ducell. Ducell gets a screen from EK. Ducell driving. Ducell attacks the rim and lays it up and in. And Wyoming leading by 9, 13-4. Aggies kind of hoping for a dead ball here to get a timeout. But so far, the clock continuing to run, and the Aggies can't really get into any kind of a groove. Horvath outside the three-point line again to Bean. Bean to Jones. Jones drives to the free throw line. Down to Bairstow. Reverse layup up and in. There you go, Coach.
Gives us a chance to set that defense, but the Aggies forgot they were going to put pressure on. We haven't made a basket for a minute.
Yeah, 13-6. Aggies trail by 7. Wyoming's been great here early on. EK up against Horvath once again. Bairstow brings the double team. EK trying to fight through it, and he does, and lays it up and in. And there's the timeout. Utah State goes, we got to talk about this a little bit and get Trevin Dorius into the game, as well as Max Scholga. Aggies down by 9, 15-6 to a really good Wyoming team. 12:55 left in the first half. You're listening to Aggie basketball from Learfield. Of 10 from the field, including 3 of 4 from 3, 60%. Aggies 0 for 7 from 3, 25% from the field, 3 of 12, and add that all up, and it's a 9-point deficit as Utah State trailing Wyoming 15-6. Aggies of Utah State and American First Credit Union featuring the academic success of USU student athletes on social media channels. This week, the American First Credit Union student athlete academic spotlights. Let's go to the gymnastics team. Rebecca Wells. Honorable mentions include Justin Bean from the basketball team and Kaylin Randois from the women's basketball team. All right, a lot of work to be done here. Into the game comes number 10, Hunter Thompson. Also, Trevin Dorius coming into the game as well for Utah State.
Max Scholga.
Max Scholga into the game as well.
Yeah, maybe I missed that, but Scotty, I mean, it's easy for us to say, hey, drive the basketball, don't shoot so many threes. But Wyoming's defense is set up to not allow us to drive. All right, let's be honest here. And the size difference is pretty abundant right now, you know, starting our smaller lineup that we usually come to after we've established an inside game.
So here comes Trevin Dorius at the elbow. Passing to Bean. Bean takes the shot and knocks it down from the right elbow. That's a 2. Justin Bean with 4 points, and the Aggies cut the lead to 7, 15-8. Maldonado crossing the timeline.
Been a while since Bean's had a touch, right?
I know.
2 touches, 2 baskets.
Jeffries to Maldonado to Hunter Thompson to Ducell. Ducell weaving back to Thompson. Thompson gets Dorius out of the lane, trying to shove into Dorius. Good luck moving that. Jeffries tries to pump fake into the 3, then hands to over on the right wing. Jeffries then collects back. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Jeffries steps back, takes the long shot, and misses it. Looked like it was going to go for him. Instead, the Aggies come away with it. I think this is a good matchup for Dorius. Ashworth kicking right to Shulga. Shulga caught up in the lane, then hands over to Rylan Jones. Jones stuck in traffic, so he outlets it back to Stephen Ashworth, who will take 3 steps back and reset the offense 15 seconds into the shot clock.
You like that matchup because they're twin brothers.
Yeah, I do, no doubt.
Look at that.
Ashworth kicks it left. Rylan Jones with 4. Rylan Jones attacking, loses the handle, over to Ashworth. Desperation 3. Oh, no good. Used every part of the rim. Looked like it was going to drop and then finally rimmed out. Aggies 0 of 8 from 3. Xavier Ducell, averaging about 12 points a game, controlling the dribble. Looking to drive, picks up, hands to Thompson, back to Ducell, who will take the 3, and no good. And Dorius pulls down his second rebound.
Wait, we're not jab stepping back in this league quite yet, sir. Next level, please.
Appreciate the effort, but not quite there yet.
Next level.
Stephen Ashworth tries to drive base, hands to Bean. Bean gets to the elbow, then works his way to the right baseline. Still dribbling. Will turn around, take the jumper, and miss it.
Yeah, not a bad shot in the paint.
Not a bad shot at all. You'll
it.
take that.
Yep.
7-point lead for Wyoming, 15-8 as we hit the 10:52 mark. Brandon Horvath's going to come in on the next timeout. Caught up in traffic is Maldonado. Dishes low, and the layup up and good, and one. Hands over to Jeremiah Oden, who got caught up in traffic. Give him the bucket and a chance to make this a 10-point game when we come back. Aggies struggling 17-8 to Wyoming. 10:45 left in the first half. You're listening to Aggie basketball from Learfield.
Ashworth ball watching.
At the 10:45 mark here in the first half to the Wyoming Cowboys, who have been great. This is a team that has not played since Christmas Day. They've missed games because other teams have had COVID, and then they dealt with their own COVID issues. And so it's been 3 full weeks since this team has played a game. And, Coach said it may work in their favor, it may work against them. And right now it seems like it is working in their favor.
Yeah, early on I think in the game, I think that fire and that juice and that adrenaline is kind of kicking in. But, let's let this game play out and let's, keep grinding. Right now I think the Aggies need to, not be disparaged. Great second media gap right there, that 4-minute game. That every shot was in the paint except for the desperation shot, obviously, from Ashworth when the clock was running down. But I like the momentum. You just have to withstand this first barrage of punches.
Big thanks to D.L. Evans Bank for supporting Utah State Athletics. D.L. Evans Bank, a community bank with local employees helping their communities succeed. All right, so stepping to the line will be Jeremiah Oden, averaging 9 points a game, got the bucket and the foul. Trying to get the old-fashioned three-point play and give Wyoming a 10-point lead, and he does just that. 18-8, largest lead for the Cowboys. Coming into the game for Wyoming is Brendan Wenzel. Transfer from the University of Utah, 6'7", 203-pound sophomore.
Go figure out where that name was so familiar.
Yep. Justin Bean to Dorius, and the bad pass by Dorius nearly stolen away, but Dorius is able to come and collect off of the deflection from Dang Dutt into the game. 6'4", 192-pound sophomore at the deflection. Ashworth hands to Horvath. Horvath drives baseline, can't go, but Dorius there for the tip back. Trevin Dorius, his first points of the night, as Horvath's shot wouldn't go, but fortunately for the Aggies, Dorius is there to clean up on aisle 9.
Layups at the rim, that's what we need.
18-10, 8-point lead. Hunter Thompson, guarded by Shulga, works it left, and the ball knocked away and stolen away. Great job by Shulga. Hands over to Bean. Bean blocked at the rim. No foul, out of bounds off of Wyoming.
The one time you don't need to tomahawk it.
Bean wanted to make a statement, was blocked at the rim. Great job by Shulga diving on the court, keeping it in play. Bounce pass to Bean. And Bean, I don't know, Coach, what do you think?
I think he got stuffed. He tried to tomahawk it, and unfortunately put it behind his head.
Good job by Drake Jeffries coming from behind.
Hustle. But we still have the ball.
Bounce pass to Horvath, but he lost it.
We don't have the ball.
I'm going to give you the jinx on that one.
Yeah.
Dang, good job. He's had 2 deflections. That one he's able to come away with it. And he wants to dribble. Nearly lost it, works it left. Bounce pass to nobody. Is deflected, though, off of Utah State. Aggies down 18-10. And back into the game will come Maldonado and Ike. Aggies had an opportunity there to try to cut into that lead with those 2 off the court.
Yeah, we got We got Mr. Energy Bunny out there. Max Shulga, I mean, come on now. That was a tremendous steal. He really has lately, figured out he needs to play harder, and he is doing it.
EK now on the left low block against Dorius. Let's see how Dorius does here against EK. Tries to spin around him, takes a bad baseline jumper, hits the side of the backboard, and goes out of bounds. I think this might be a good matchup here for Utah State. That big size of Dorius.
Yeah. And EK's not big. He's 6'9". I mean that's big for you and I, but that's not big for a post player in this league.
Justin Bean over to Ashworth. Ashworth looking down low, but instead gives it back to Shulga outside the three-point line. Shulga drives, layup up and in. That is Max Shulga, and as he continues to make great hustle plays, it's going to work to the offensive side of the court as well. Aggies on a 4-0 run, trail by 6, 18-12.
I mean, that crossover right there, that is lightning quick. I mean, between him and Bairstow, we got to maybe play those two at the same time.
Dutt crosses the timeline, hands to Thompson, then rotates right to Maldonado, trying to post up EK. Again, here we go, EK and Dorius. Aggies don't bring a double team. Tries to spin right, takes another shot, and misses it. And here we go, Justin Bean quickly going the other way. Bean driving, Bean spinning, then to Horvath. Horvath drives, he has to pick up his dribble in the lane. Bounce pass to Bean, back to Horvath, spots a long three, no good. Tipped around, controlled by Maldonado finally.
Whew.
Utah State 0 of 9 from 3. Maldonado crosses the timeline. Rylan Jones going to come in on the next dead ball. Aggies down by 6, 18-12. Maldonado against Bean. Spins to the baseline, tries to get it to EK. Ball is on the court, tried to keep alive by, great job by Horvath on the hustle.
Yeah, that's good.
Rylan Jones comes in, Ashworth comes out. It's off of Horvath, so it'll stay with Wyoming with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Aggies doing all the right things, hustling, doing everything. It's just the three ball's not falling for him right now.
It's just that's it 100%. I mean, the effort's there.
Wenzel drives base, then to EK. EK gets into trouble, so he kicks it out to Maldonado outside the three-point line. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Maldonado, right-hand floater, up and no good. Bean comes around and pulls down the rebound. Aggies much better defensively here in the stretch, and I think a lot of it is Dorius.
No doubt.
Rylan Jones for 3. Get in there. Yes! Rylan Jones finally hits the 3, and the Aggies, who missed their first 9 threes, finally get one to go. Aggies down by 3, 18-15.
All right, Scotty, the lid's off.
Yep. Wyoming, Utah State on a 7-0 run. Shulga, not a bad foul on Maldonado, who had crossed him over and was going to get a good look. That's only the second team foul on Utah State. But the Aggies on a 7-0 run after being down 10 or only down 3. 7:46 left to go here in the first half. You're listening to Aggie basketball from Learfield. Woo. First half action, Utah State trailing Wyoming 18-15. Aggies on a 7-0 run. Palmer's Metal Mart helping DIYers and seasoned pros with their metal projects since '93, with retail centers in Lehigh and Logan and beyond Utah, supplying all types of steel and aluminum products to every type of customer. More information is available at metalmart.biz. Palmer's Metal Mart, proud supporters of Aggie basketball. Well, Utah State on a 7-0 run, including finally getting a 3 after starting 0 for 9. Utah State with some balanced scoring. Shulga with 2, Jones with 3, Dorius with 2, Bean and Bairstow each with 4. Justin Bean, 4 points, 4 rebounds, also has dished out an assist. Aggies now 33% from the field, Wyoming 44%. Wyoming with 3 turnovers, Utah State with just 1. And here comes Wyoming with Hunter Maldonado inbounding to Brandon Wenzel. Wenzel then to EK, who collects outside the three-point line, hands back, and the ball tipped away and controlled. Good job by Max Shulga coming away with the deflection and the steal. Rylan Jones, as the Aggies on a 7-0 run, could tie with a 3 after being down by 10. Max Shulga outside the three-point line, driving base, kicks it back to Bean. Bean spots up, takes the 3. Yes! Tie game. Utah State tied up with Wyoming, 18 apiece on a 10-0 run.
Yeah, new game. It's all happening on the defensive end. Stops lead to baskets.
Wyoming's gone the last 3:20 without a point. Ducell posting up EK up against Dorius. Puts a shoulder into him, spins, right-hand floater up and good. Got the best of Dorius on that one.
Caught it a little deep right there.
Yep.
You got to do your work early.
So Wyoming snapping Utah State's 10-0 run, now leads by 2, 20-18. Rylan Jones, who hit a big 3 to finally snap Utah State's streak of missed threes to Shulga. Shulga drives, fouled, shot, missed, but Shulga will go to the line for a couple free throws. And, that's a little basketball IQ there, drawing the contact and then hoisting up the shot to try to get a cheap end one.
A little international basketball there.
Yeah.
He's not jumping into the player, which makes it different than the new rule. He's actually creates that contact but then fades away. Classic. He is a clinic with that. He's done that a few times.
And props to him, too, for learning and adapting to figuring out how to be coached. I mean, this is probably the first time that he's really gotten extensive coaching and not just able to run free in AAU ball or whatever the European version is. And finally, it's starting to click. There you go.
Scotty, he's playing harder.
Yes.
That's the plain and simple, right? He's he's able to be coached, and he's playing harder.
Both free throws made by Max Shulga, and we're tied back up at 20 apiece. Shulga now has 4 points on the night tonight. Maldonado collects the inbound from EK, looking over at Jeff Linder, former Northern Colorado head coach, was 4 years there. Spent a couple of years with Randy Ray's staff at Weber State.
Yeah, no doubt.
Works to the right wing. Long three is missed by Wenzel. EK with the rebound and can't get the end one, but he'll go to the line. Not a bad job by Graham Ike with his first offensive rebound of the night tonight. And Ike will go to the line where free throws have been a little up and down. He's a 66% free throw shooter. Tied up at 22, or excuse me, Wyoming. Wait a minute, shouldn't this be a tie game at 22 apiece? Yeah. They have not counted the 2 free throws. Should be 22 all. Ike's first free throw is good. He'll have one more. Somebody needs to go fix the scoreboard. It should be 22-22, not 22-20.
Yeah, 23-22 now with that delay. It's definitely looks like
20. Yeah, you're right. 20.
Oh, now we got to. Oh, Scotty, here we go.
Uh-oh.
This scoreboard's all screwed up now.
Now they put it 21-20. It should be 23-22, and now 24-22. Rylan Jones to Justin Bean. Bean faces up on the baseline. Bean driving, Bean kicking it right. Into the game, by the way, Shimon Zapala hands over to Shulga. Shulga flashes, Shulga spins, Shulga off the glass, no good. Zapala is going to get hit with a foul. Oh, going over the back.
Well, it's a backup post player, gets that foul every time. It's all right.
That'll be the 14th foul on Utah State with 6:05 left in the first half. Scoreboard says 22-20. Coach, I'm thinking it's 24-22, but I wrote a note and they said you're wrong, so
well.
I'll own that.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Either way, it's a 2-point lead. Maldonado for 3,
airballed.
And out of bounds. It'll go off of Wyoming. Oden tries to keep it in play. 5:46 left to go here in the first half. Sean Bairstow is going to check in. Brandon Horvath going to check out. Is it too simplistic to say this game kind of changed when Trevin Dorius came in against EK?
I think that's where the defensive stops began. I think you could ask Coach in the postgame and he'll agree.
Rylan Jones to Bean. Back to Jones for 3. No good. Left it a bit short. EK comes away with another rebound. EK now with 5 rebounds on the night tonight and 8 points. Actually, 6 rebounds. He's got an 8-6 night brewing.
We got Bairstow and Shulga out there. My wish came true.
Shimon Zapala is now going to take a crack at EK. And his pass out of the post is stolen away by Rylan Jones. Jones bounce pass to Shulga, who lays it up and in. And the Aggies tie it back up at 22 apiece.
With a lineup that we may not have seen out there all year, and they're doing great.
Ducell. Back to Maldonado, who's trying to post up EK. Here we go. Tries to spin around Shimon Zapala, puts the shot up over the top of Zapala. Is able to spin around him and get the layup.
Yeah, I think Darius a little bit stronger.
Yes.
And kind of uses his hands a little bit more.
Sean Bairstow spinning. Oh, boy, they're going to get him with it. Sean Bairstow has collected a bunch of offensive fouls, and he'll figure it out. If nothing else, now Aggie fans certainly not happy about it, and I don't know why, but he collects a bunch of them. He's been picked on a bunch.
He spins.
Yep.
And players that spin, they think that the referees are seeing that arm, and they think they're pushing off when they're really not. I bet, there's probably 60 or 70% of offensive charges that are called nowadays used to be called blocks.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to speed up the game and get you to the free throw line. And I don't know how you adjust, Scotty.
Yeah, I don't either. I say just let it go.
I say do it on the other side.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, we're going to get more flopping there. I would have flopped there, and I think you would have gotten the call, unfortunately.
Yeah, Maldonado kicks it over to Oden. Oden back to Maldonado. Facing up against Sean Bairstow. Aggie fans still a little cranky over that charge. Works to the left side, driving. Back up top to Maldonado. Maldonado to DeSalle, looking for Ike. Dorius is checked back in, trying to put that body back on Ike. Spins right, spins left, puts the shot up, got it to go. And again, and we got a technical.
On somebody.
Yep.
On the coach. Yeah, he came all the way out on the floor wanting that end one.
So Linder gets hit with the tee. Wyoming leads 26-22, 4:14 left here in the first half.
Technical foul is actually on 33, which is Ike.
So they're going to give it to Ike on the technical.
Now, you could have picked your poison there. I mean, they were both. And I got to be honest, he was fouled.
Yep.
So, I mean, when you get fouled like that, I guess he may have felt like he got fouled every time. So
Ike's now got 12 points and 6 rebounds. He's averaging 19 a game, but he's been feasting. And frankly, Dorius on the last possession played him about as well as he could have. Justin Bean's going to step up the line for the technical free throw and leaves it short. He'll have one more.
And I believe we come back down here with our ball, right? It's point of interruption, so it should be Aggie ball, length of the court.
Justin Bean, second free throw, looks good. It is good. All right, so the Aggies get a free point there.
But Wyoming makes their point. We'll see if the refs now get a couple on Dorius coming up and see if it was worth it for him.
Trevin Dorius, by the way, he's got 2 points, 3 rebounds, and has been really, really good, about as good as you can against a guy with the quality of Graham Ike. Crossing the timeline is Rylan Jones. Aggies down 3, fought hard on a 10-0 run to tie the game up. Bairstow outside the three-point line straight away. Hands back to Dorius. Dorius gets a screen from Justin Bean. Now bounce pass to Bean into the paint. That goes out of bounds, and it'll be Wyoming's ball. Yep. 26-23, three-point lead for Wyoming. 3:54 left to go here in the first half. You got a foul?
I thought so, but it was not.
3-point lead for the Cowboys. 3:54 left, first half action. You're listening to Aggie basketball from Learfield. Spectrum, Utah State trailing Wyoming 26-23 with 3:54 left to go here in the first half. Bryan Heating and Cooling, proud supporter of Aggie Athletics. 5 main types of Bryan Heating and Cooling systems to meet home comfort needs. More information is available at Bryant.com. All right, so this is going to be a key. It's going to be a key end of the first half here. Can you get this game back and maybe even take a lead going into halftime? You just can't let Wyoming, after Wyoming jumped out to a 10-point lead and you came back and tied it up, you just can't let Wyoming put together another, 7-8 point lead going into halftime and keep this game even, or in a best case scenario, even take a lead going into the break.
Yeah, great point, Scotty. I think that, Wyoming tried to gather some momentum there with the technical foul, but with the timeout, it kind of drew that away. So, we're back to defense seems to be the key. If we can get stops on defense,
here comes
the point.
Here comes your press again. If nothing else, it slows Wyoming down to getting the ball into the post too.
Yeah, it'll get there.
Yeah. Jeffries on the left wing. Swings it back up top to DeSalle.
Zone defense.
And the Aggies going to the zone. Maldonado finally gets it to Ike. Justin Bean comes out to take a crack, although he gives it up. Drive into lane, blocked away, out of bounds. Dorius with the block. And it'll stay with Wyoming with 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, be aware of the rim here. I think Dorius is a big time block right there.
Yep.
Back to man-to-man.
DeSalle trying to trigger the inbound. Finally gets it to Ike. Then swinging over to DeSalle. And an offensive foul is going to go against DeSalle. Rapping, getting a little contact.
Yeah, good little defense to offensive switch here. That's all right. We're doing a little coaching.
Dorius comes out. Horvath comes in. Coach Odom does this a lot, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Most coaches do, but he really will. I mean, this is sometimes a late game situation. He's more than happy to do it in the first half. Rylan Jones to Horvath. Horvath coming in for Dorius, who takes a breather. Hands back to to Jones. Jones then to Shulga. Shulga attacks, gets the layup, won't go. Good look, just wouldn't fall for him. Aggies still down 26-23. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Maldonado, after the air ball, still hearing it from the crowd. Trying to post up Bairstow, gets into the post. And Horvath tries to come in and help, but he's able to split the double team and lay it up and in.
It was a little magic right there. Yeah. I don't know, that ball came out of nowhere.
28-23. And those little 50-50 shots have been falling for Wyoming, have not fallen for Utah State. Horvath outside the three-point line. Gets it over to Shulga. Shulga then hands to Bean. Bean has his three-point shot blocked. Then gets his own rebound. Spins, hands to Horvath. Horvath with 7. Kicks it over to Bairstow and another offensive foul. And this is the pass and crash, right?
Yes, and it's used to be a no call, and now it's a big deal.
And for Utah State, is that the 17th foul? I believe it's only the 6th.
Yeah, the 6th
All right, good.
Offensive foul, so it wouldn't
You'd
matter.
hate to give up a 1-and-1 on something like that.
Well, still offensive foul, but nice that we keep Horvath out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Here he comes. Okay, I spoke too soon.
Nope, Dorius comes back in. Horvath comes out.
Just took along for the calculation, and they got it.
But here's the thing. This is what I was worried about. Wyoming now leads by 5, 28-23 with 2:25 left. Aggies' offense is now starting to slow down a little bit.
2 stops without a basket on the other end.
Maldonado gets it to Ike, exactly what they want, up against Dorius. Ike has the ball knocked out of his hands by Dorius. Here comes Bairstow going the other way. Bounce pass to Bean. Bean collects in traffic, lays it up and in. Great job by Justin Bean. Not a great pass, but still able to come back, get it, and lay it up.
Kind of came on his back hip, but handled it, and timeout.
And Wyoming wants a timeout. 28-25. Cowboys lead by 3. 2:01 left in the first half. You're listening to Aggie Basketball. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Utah State Hoops from Learfield. Here in the first half, Utah State trailing Wyoming 28-25. Wyoming's ball coming out of the timeout. Hunter Maldonado will inbound here on the near sideline. Aggies with 16 fouls, Wyoming with just 4. Maldonado looking to trigger the inbound. Finally gets it to Ike, who comes out behind the three-point line. And then will back down against Dorius. Spins under the baseline. Here comes your double team. Maldonado, and the ball rotates right and out of the hands of his defender. Ball knocked out of bounds. Whose ball? Utah State's ball. Great job by the Aggies on rotation, on the aggressive rotation, and then the bad pass and the hustle play by Ashworth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think referee made a best guess there. He was put it down on the other side, but those guys were out on the move. And again, just hustle. Now we got to convert it to a basket.
1:49 left in the first half. Are we going to review this thing?
No.
Horvath and Justin Bean come over to talk to Coach Odom, and then go back out on the court. 1:49 left here in the first half.
The scoreboard reads 5 team fouls for Utah State. It's actually 16 fouls, and that'll come into play if we have a foul and we need to shoot a free throw. So
inbound to Rylan Jones. Jones coming around a screen from Horvath, then up top to Bean, then right back to Ashworth. Ashworth kicks it over to Horvath. Horvath's behind the three-point line, posting up Bean. Bean on the right low block, and a foul as Bean got smacked in the head.
Told the referee.
By Jeremiah Odom.
He got smacked. Told the referee. The other referee made a call. So better late than never. This is 1-1 now. That's why that was so important that we know the team fouls.
That's the 5th team foul on Wyoming.
Well, and that obviously was not the 7th. It was the 6th. So hush my mouth. And now we're shooting.
No, I don't think so. I think that's the 6th team foul on Wyoming now. At least according to what I'm looking at here.
You're right.
So both teams now with 6.
All right, now we're
shooting.
Yeah,
if there's another foul.
Oh, he says 7. 6, 7, I don't know.
Nunez is coming over here saying it's 7.
Yeah, he doesn't, yeah.
Oh, now he's flashing the 6. All right.
Gang signs.
All right. Inbound to Bean. Bean straight away 3. Yes! Justin Bean hits the 3. We're all tied up at 28 apiece. 125 and counting left. First half action.
Oh, push. Oh, we can't get that call.
Maldonado brings the ball down the court against Bairstow. Tries to put a shoulder into him. No call. Still working into him. Swings across court pass to Oden. Oden driving baseline. Working against Bean. Turnaround jumper is up, but they're going to say Horvath got him with the ticky-tack foul. Ooh, that's a...
They might have bought that one on the technical foul, Scotty.
Yep. So Oden spinning, watching the replay here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, got him. That's a good call.
I sit corrected.
Yep, we'll own that.
Yep.
All right, so that'll put Oden to the line. Aggies on a 5-0 run to tie this game up at 28 apiece. Here comes 2 free throws. First one is up, and it is good. Used every part of the rim, but finally got it to drop. And Wyoming, who at one point led by 10, Aggies have not led here in the first half at any point. Oden's second free throw looks a little long, and it is. And a foul is going to go against Maldonado on the rebound, and that's going to send Utah State to the line.
Horvath.
I believe it'll be Horvath. 29-28. Horvath can hit these 2 and give the Aggies a lead.
Horvath's trying to get Bairstow to go to the line.
Now Bairstow goes to the line. So it does look like Bairstow's going to shoot.
Well, he was the one. Obviously, they're not going to look at it, so they're confident.
So here comes Bairstow on the 1-and-1, and he missed it. But Bean skies in for the rebound. Utah State's ball with 1:05 left to go, and the Aggies, what do we got here? It'll be on this. Okay, shot clock. I got to try to reset the shot clock. Utah State will inbound here on the near side. 1:06 left here in the first half. 18 seconds on the shot clock for the Aggies. Free throws again being a problem for Utah State. They're 3 of 7 from the line tonight. However, if they get points here, that'll be a little bit better considering they got the offensive rebound. Ryland Jones for 3. Yes, Ryland Jones hits the 3. And the Aggies for the first time tonight lead by 2. 31-29. Maldonado bringing the ball down the court. Sean Bairstow on his left-hand pocket. And finally, they're going to get Bairstow with the foul. Bairstow had been kind of flirting with that for a while, bringing the ball down the court. He continued with the contact, and the officials finally gave Wyoming the call.
I think Bairstow's got a chance if he'll when Maldonado lifts that arm, if he'll sell that a little bit.
Yeah.
But that little ticky-tack there, but
Scholga is going to come back into the game. Maldonado, now this is not on a shot, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Maldonado, who's a 66% free throw shooter. That is the second foul on Bairstow. Horvath's got a couple as well. Maldonado 1-and-1. Wyoming 4 of 5 from the line tonight. And he misses, and Bean pulls it down. Hey, ended up being a good foul. 48 seconds left. There's about a 20-second differential. Ryland Jones driving, maybe looking for the 2-for-1. Ryland still in the lane. Ryland pulls up his dribble, looking for somebody. Ball knocked out of his hands. Maldonado knocked it out. Ryland Jones wants the foul. They won't give it to him. Turnover, Utah State. Now about a 5-second differential for Wyoming on the shot in the game clock. Maldonado crossover, offense, nope, oh wow, a block is gonna go against Ryland Jones. Ryland got in front of Maldonado, he barreled him over more often than not. Ryland Jones gets that call, he does not hear.
Scotty, I don't know the rules anymore. I give up. I give up. I mean, it is a coin flip, and it's always been a coin flip.
Well,
but that looked to me like
Ryland Jones' reputation may have gotten ahead of him a little bit. As a guy who can draw those charges, maybe the officials are like, we're not going to give it to him every time. I don't know. I'm with you.
Could have, their staff could have been in the air a little bit and said, hey, that guy's a flopper, and that's all that makes all the difference in the world, working those referees, Scotty.
Yeah, Ryland Jones, that's his first foul. 19th foul on Utah State. So again, Maldonado with a 1-and-1. He missed the first front end of a 1-and-1, and he makes this one. So he'll have one more. 31-30. Utah State leads by 1 with 25 seconds. This has been kind of an ugly last 3 or 4 minutes of the first half. Officials getting way too involved, frankly, on both sides. Maldonado's second free throw is good. Hits both. And we're all square at 31 apiece. Now Utah State can hold for the last shot.
That has not been going our way lately. Here's another learning opportunity, right? This is we've said that before and ended up giving a shot on the other end.
Gave up a bad 3 late against Colorado State in the first half when they could have held. It went from 6 to 9. And, frankly, those 3 points were important. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, back to Bean. Bean for 3. Little long, it is. Wyoming's ball, 1 second. They will not get the shot off. Bean had a good look, just wouldn't go for him. And that is how the first half ends, as we're all square at 31 apiece. Utah State and Wyoming, what a first half. Physical, rough, back and forth game. You're listening to Aggie Basketball from Learfield.